This is Chelsea Football Club. We have a million gazillion kids in the backline waiting to get their chance at Chelsea.
I'm going to say it again.
I don't want to hear Rich James and Timber in the same sentence. It is a taboo. Okay, because we came out with fire up our asses. I don't know what Maresca told them at the halftime break, but they were moving good window. And why is it that whenever it comes to this club, we have to take it on the chin and we have to take it as it is, and it doesn't make sense to me. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the King's Blue Realm. A lot has happened since we last saw each other. I've grown in subscribers. Thank you to all my 26 subscribers. Thank you very much, and I'll try as hard as I can to give you the best videos I possibly can. As far as you have subscribers, you're a YouTuber. That's me. I don't care whether you have 1 million, 1 million, 100 million, 200 million, 1,000, 2, whatever amount of subscribers you have. As far as you have people that enjoy your content, you are a YouTuber. That's my humble opinion. So for as long as I'm a YouTuber, I'm going to do YouTube stuff for you guys. But that's besides the point. A lot happened this weekend. Chelsea played Newcastle. A lot happened in the Premier League, but I would like to talk about our game against Newcastle. I haven't really spoken about it because I haven't had time. But this time, I have time. Makes no sense. This time I have time for you guys, so I think we should break the game down. That first half was atrocious. I haven't seen a first half like that in a very long time. It was pathetic. It was diabolical. We had no fight, no bite. We had no threat. There was nothing. It was sad to watch. I was watching that first half sad. But there was a part of me that never gave up hope. And I don't know why, but I always felt like just a goal could change everything. But before we get to that, I don't know how or what happens whenever we go to St. James's Park and we just become bozos. Right? We've had a centre-back pairing that's kept clean sheet after clean sheet after clean sheet, game after game after game. And all of a sudden, we go to Newcastle, we go to Tyneside, and we start moving mad. Like, Chalobah, how do you slip there? Like, make sense. Like, how do you slip at such a vital moment? It reminds me of Rudiger against Benzema in the Champions League. How do you slip there? All of a sudden, we are down earlier at St. James's Park again for a second season in a row. World Timada, or as I call him, Vecna, has scored against Chelsea, and it looks mad. And then from there on, the whole game changed. There was pressure from we're being pressed like iron. Like, it was sad. We couldn't string passes together. We couldn't go forward. Everything that went forward came right back. Sanchez was good as well, claiming crosses and stuff. He was quite good as well, but we had no creativity in that first half. And that second goal is a depiction of Chelsea's defensive state. How two people were on the same wavelength and the rest of the whole backline was just doing bozo stuff. Two people push up to maintain where the high line should be, meaning they are following the rules of football, the rules of our ways of defending. And then the rest of them are just back there defending man to man. And even with that one, they're still not doing a good job. How does Voltemada have so much space to finish that ball like that? You get me? And then, sorry for the rude interruption. Back to business. I've forgotten what I was talking about because somebody decided to interrupt me rudely, like I wouldn't do to him. But we move. So like I was saying, I don't know how Voltemada found himself in so much space. I don't know if he came from the upside down because it looked like no one saw him and he just appeared out of nowhere, right? Coming in like Vecna. You get me? I don't know how many times I have to make that joke. I really think Voltemada looks like Vecna. I can't lie. But that's besides the point. He just came out of nowhere, paused, and scored a goal. And then all of a sudden, it was damage limitations. And if it could have been a third, that giveaway we had, and then I think Caicedo came to make the block and was pissed. And he had every right to be because we were playing like absolute bozos that first half. And it was all because we conceded early. You get me? I don't know why we always concede so early, but it's something we need to fix, and we need to fix quickly, especially when we go away to some of these grounds like Etihad, Emirates, St. James's Park, you get me, Old Trafford, as I call it, Utafo. We have to stay compact. We have to ride the storm, you get me? You have to get to a place where the game must calm down, and then you can play your football. Because in the second half, all that press, all that running, all that energy, it ran out. But then you're now having to correct mistakes that you never should have made in the first place. You get me? You're now trying to put wrong things right. In life, you do not start at a negative. You do not start life with a minus. Okay? How would you add if everything you're doing is making up for mistakes? That's why I don't praise bullshit. Okay? You cannot make mistakes and correct your mistakes and expect me to praise you. Why did you make the mistakes in the first place? As I was saying, I do not expect to praise you for shit that you caused. If it's your mistake and you fix it, well done on fixing the mistake. But you don't get any plaudits for it. You don't get a well done for it. Sure, a point at St. James's Park makes sense. Why can't you win though? Why is it that whenever it comes to this club, we have to take it on the chin and we have to take it as it is? And it doesn't make sense to me. You go to St. James's Park, you stay compact in the first few minutes because you know they're going to come out strong. They're going to come on the press and then pause. They're going to be aggressive. Pause again. But you don't go there and just lose your heads. You don't go there and lose men, and you just defend as compact as you can. And then you when the game comes down, then you take your chances. That's how everybody else has survived at St. James. But no, with Chelsea, no. When we get there, that's when we want to show that the brain cells are not brain celling. You get me? We make so many silly mistakes. Fofana sprinting out like he's playing five-a-side, loses the ball, we get punished. We lost the ball and he jogged back. No problem, we're not going to talk about them. We got punished. Second goal, useless marking. Voltmada free in our box. Caicedo tried to mark him, but he couldn't do too much. Voltmada scores 2-0. He could have scored a third and not before Caicedo. And then we left that first half feeling dejected. We felt that we left that first half feeling like it was over. Some Chelsea fans were on X chatting the most worst because they thought it was done. It's crazy. You get me? But now onto the good sides of the game. That second half, a thing of beauty. Okay, because we came out with fire up our asses. I don't know what Maresca told them at the halftime break, but they were moving good. And that free kick from Reece James, and I've said it again, and I'm going to say this again. I don't want to hear Reece James and Timber in the same sentence. It is a taboo. Okay, it is an insult to the game of football. Okay, Timber's a wonderful player. I respect Timber. I like Timber. If Timber was in my defense, I would be happy. He's a very good defender. But in terms of comparing the two players, it is not possible. What metrics? You can't do it. Doesn't make sense. Different classes, okay? We have world class and we have good. And that's at the end of the day, that's it. Because you cannot sit here and tell me Reece James is not a good defender. And then he's also very good going forward as well. So then this whole right back debate is finished. You having to be the best defender in the league, we can give you that, right? We can say you're the best defender in the league. Are you way better at defending than James? No, you're not. It's quite close. But when it comes to attack, James is way better than you. So then on that note, boom, done. Debate over. Finished. James is the best right back in the league. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, get out of here. I don't give a damn. So yeah, back. James scored a banger of a free kick, got Chelsea back, got the boys believing again. And it was pressure, it was attack after attack after attack. And Garnacho was so wasteful. Every time the ball got to him, he made the wrong choices. Times where he was supposed to cut it back, he shot. Times where he was supposed to shoot, he tried to cut it back. He just made all the wrong decisions. And if Garnacho was any more clinical, he would have a very good career by now. I think I just see the problem. I see why my United fans were sick of him. And it's because he's not clinical whatsoever. He can get you goals against Karabag and Cardiff. But when you really need it, when you really need Alejandro Garnacho, he doesn't show up. And he's yet to prove me wrong. And I really hope he does. Because if he doesn't, this is Chelsea Football Club. We have a million gazillion kids in the backline waiting to get their chance at Chelsea. So if you mess up, you are gone. You get me? So he better fix up. On the next 18 months, new kid comes. There will be a new kid on the block. But that second goal, that assist from Sanchez, long goal forward, that control from the head or on the head by João Pedro is so quality. And then the ability to pick up the ball, maintain composure and finish is so good as well. 10 out of 10 goal for me. Disgrace from the defender though. Slipping like that is mad. I would lose my head if my defender slipped like that. But again, Saliba slipped. What can you do? It happens. And then from there, I think we could have won the game had Garnacho been a bit more clinical. Newcastle also had chances. That Harvey Barnes chance could have also resulted in a goal, but not a greatest finish. And that guy was just diving all over. He should be ashamed of himself, Harvey Barnes. But it was a good game for the neutrals. For the Chelsea fans, in that first half, you had your heart in your ass in your heart. It just didn't make sense. We were all scared and terrified of what the outcome could be. We were all dreading the weekend because we all thought people were going to take the piss out of us. But at the end of the day, we won. Sorry. Oh, shit. At the end of the day, we drew. We got a point, and we look on to Aston Villa. And today, I think the quarterfinal of the EFL Cup to determine our next opponent happens between Arsenal and Crystal Palace. We'll watch that match as well, and then we'll see. We'll see who we'll face in January. You get me? But if you've stayed this long, thank you guys for watching. It's been nice ranting at you. I haven't made a video in a while. I'm trying to make as many as I can. When I have the time, I promise you I'll give you better quality videos. I'm here to make an intro. Next year, I promise you, there will be an intro. Okay? Next year, there will be an intro. For my 20 subscribers, thank you. If you watched, thank you. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, family. If you want to listen to somebody who isn't a football guru and just shares his ideas and you want to have a back and forth in the comment section, feel free. Yeah, but thank you for watching, and yeah, is it happy Merry Christmas in advance, because maybe you may not see me on Christmas Day. Thank you for watching.